The coordination regime, focusing on building living modularity through quaternion process theory of cognition, 3.5. Modularity is not an inherent property of components. Instead, it is a property of the coordination regime that governs their interaction. The illusion is static components, but the reality is dynamic governance that maintains boundaries for rapid innovation. The variety distribution principle generalizes Ashby's law. Concentrating all operational variety into management review leads to command degradation. Viable modularity distributes variety absorption across specialized loops for legitimacy, management, coordination, and operations. Coordination generates its own protocols. This requires QPT 3.5 coordination to span all three categories: felt friction, negotiation, and protocol. Protocols are grounded through genuine negotiation, triggered by operational friction. Friction is a feature, not a bug. Anancastic modularity is imposed by management, while agapic modularity emerges from felt understanding and open negotiation. The golden rule is that without the felt friction phase, coordination degrades into protocol imposition. The dialectic of boundary maintenance shows how legitimation and coordination operate in parallel. Bottom-up discoveries become top-down scaffolds, and teams routing around a scaffold signal that the mechanism needs revision. The 5 phases of coordinated adaptability describe the continuous adaptive cycle of a viable system. The phases are sense, define, maintain, verify, and evolve. Phase 1 is operational intelligence. This involves the O to I coupling, making operational behavior visible. Key practices include dependency topology scanning, change propagation tracking, and monitoring velocity differentials. Phase 1 also includes systemic quality sensing. QPT 3.5 formalizes the qualitative character of formal structures. Take qualitative perception seriously, asking how does this feel before does this comply. Phase 2 and 3 is grounded boundary definition. It requires grounded knowledge using runtime data, never ignoring divergence between the map and reality, and defining identity-consistent boundaries based on organizational commitments. Phase 4 is the boundary maintenance, focusing on top-down scaffolds L and bottom-up protocols C. This involves golden paths, stability tiers, and evolutionary architecture principles alongside consumer-driven contract testing and interface guilds. Legitimation scaffolds L enable rather than constrain, making compliance the path of least resistance. This includes pre-configured build pipelines, embedded telemetry, and contract testing stubs. Coordination protocols C emerge directly from operational friction. Consumer-driven contracts and interface guilds are essential for managing this friction through negotiation. Translating legacy involves pragmatic coordination. Use anti-corruption layers to translate between legacy and modern interfaces, allowing for the strangler fig pattern to gradually replace legacy modules. Phase 5 focuses on verification practices G. Runtime verification, contract drift detection, and post-incident analysis are critical for tracing formal claims back to operational reality and ensuring boundary integrity. The temporal hierarchy for innovation shows different innovation cadences. Operations is the fastest, while policy and identity are the slowest. The golden rule of cadence is not to synchronize everything to the slowest cadence, preventing coordination from lagging behind innovation. The adaptation versus development threshold distinguishes between adaptation, which revises loop content inside the structure, and development, which involves structural evolution. You must not skip adaptation and jump straight to development. Diagnostic indicators of the threshold help recognize when architecture must evolve. Key indicators include context maps failing to stabilize, contracts unable to express needs, absorption rate exceeded by changes, and fitness function conflict. Synthesis. The adaptive coordination engine is a living engine where top-down legitimation and bottom-up coordination mutually inform each other. This transforms operational friction into architectural flow. The principle of institutional memory states that every architectural standard must be traceable to the friction and negotiation that shaped it. A felt answer must be available, not just a formal one.